All right, what's up? What's up? Here we are with another trading recap. Today I'm again down $85. Small red day, something I can make back in one trade. These are the types of red days that are called successful red days. These are what red days, these are how important red days are because everyone's going to have red days. And these are the types of red days that you want. Very small red days to where you can make back in a couple trades, ideally one trade. And you don't want to keep pushing it and keep pushing your exposure to try to flip the momentum back into your favor, because right now the market has not been good for my setup at all. I haven't seen my setup pop up at all today except once on REV, but I was busy trading LLL after that halt resumption, and REV ripped up red to green. Beautiful red to green move. Could have made 10% on, could have walked away after that. And that was picture perfect in my playbook. That's the setup that I perform very, very well on. And I wasn't there for it. And then after that, I tried trading setups that I was very unfamiliar with in a very choppy market on choppy stocks. And ideally, I like first day, second day gappers. This is on a 4 or 5 day gap. It went from like 1 to 4, 4 to 6, 7 to 8, 8 to 9. It's like the fourth day in a row that it's up. So clearly it's very choppy. It's hard to read. And really nothing that I like to mess around with, but because there's nothing else, here I am trading this, trying to get green, but unfortunately it doesn't work. Actually, at one point I was very small green. I think I was up $14 or so, and I remember saying, if I got green today, I'm just going to walk away. And I got green, $14, but I was not happy with the $14, and I kept trading, and now I found myself down $85. And that's what we kind of don't want. But because I was able to keep my size small, because I know that I'm going through a little bit of a rough patch the past couple days, keeping my size small, down to maybe half size to a third size positions, I'm able to contain these red days to be very manageable. I want to be able to make them back within one trade, two trades, three trades, and all of those red days, maybe in one green day. In one green day, I want to be able to make all of those red days back, or in 2 green days, I want to be able to make all of those red days back statistically. It may not happen. You may not even want to shoot for that to happen, but statistically, if you look at your statistics, you don't want your losses to be more than 2 times your average green day. You don't want to be in a drawdown more than 2 or 3 times your average green day, because then it's taking too much time to get back to your all-time highs in your account. And ideally, you want to stay as closest to the all-time highs on your account as possible. And by doing that is when you're going through a red streak, which every trader does. I don't know one trader who doesn't go through a series of red trades, red days, maybe even red weeks and months. Rarely you should go through periods of weeks and months, but statistically it is possible, and you should be prepared for that. It doesn't mean that it's over. But when you're going through a red streak, what was I saying here? Which every trader does, is to, I forget what I was going to say, but size down. You want to size down, contain those losses, and then wait for the market to start giving you what you're good at. And when the market starts giving you what you're good at, you start nailing those moves on that half size, and then you get a little bit of confidence going, you get a little bit of mojo back, then you can start pushing size again, and then you're back at your all-time highs within a couple days, and that's what you want. You don't want a huge drawdown to where it takes so much time to get back. That's like the worst feeling ever. And so that's what I'm doing here is, after that $365 red day, was it 365? 364 or 384? $384 red day. I was like, all right, I don't want another day like that, because then I'm going to be taking 3 or 4 days of 3 or 4 green days to make that back. And I don't want that. I don't want that at all. So what I did yesterday was size down. Size down. Again, nothing really seeing what I wanted. Not seeing anything I wanted. Seed was a little bit it was okay. It did give some good moves, but I wasn't able to capitalize on it. Something was a little off in yesterday. If you want to see that recap, you can go back into my videos and watch that recap. Traded seed and REV mostly, then had a bunch of other stocks that I traded maybe once or twice. But nothing, Rev wasn't really in my wheelhouse either. Seed was kind of, and I did miss a little bit of opportunity because I'm a little bit gun shy yesterday. I don't know, I was just a little bit off my mojo. So, but I was able to contain that loss down to $36. And then today was definitely nothing in my wheelhouse. I was able to contain that to $85. And so it's important when you're going through a red streak that you contain those losses. And also, when you're going through a losing streak, it's important to keep your mindset together. You got to keep it together mentally. It's so easy to start thinking negatively about your trading strategy or your trading performance, and you have to zoom out and see all of the progress that you've made so far. And statistically, over 2 years, I am profitable, and there's no sign that I'm going to stop being profitable anytime soon. I'm not going to take these 3 days and extract it to apply to my entire trading career. It just doesn't make sense. But emotionally, we feel in the moment that everything is just crumbling down. I'm never going to have a green day again. I'm never going to, is it all over? Am I never, is this it? A lot of people fall into that trap as traders because they want to be green every day. They want to make money every day. But with the days that they don't make money, it almost makes them feel like they're failing at their job, and that's like something that we don't want to feel. But we have to be able to take the good with the bad and tackle those red days. There's no trading can't happen unless you're taking. It's not possible to trade without a red day. So you have to be able to tackle those emotions and overcome those to be able to come back as a better trader. And so what was I saying here? Yeah, if you zoom out and you can assess your overall career, your overall performance of how you've been doing yearly or monthly, you can reshift your brain back into, okay, this is just another pullback, another consolidation in your P&L, another pullback that's normal, and pretty soon you're going to be back to where you were. And so let's go through some of these trades here on REV. I was looking for a breakthrough to pre-market high here, which we did get, but it did not hold at all. Taking profits quickly here, taking profits quickly. Here I was looking for that breakout here, looking for a breakout there, just failed. And going into open, I was small green, so I had a little bit of a cushion into the day. And this was a beautiful red to green move. Dip down. A lot of people thought this was it. A lot of people thought this was the end of REV. It just took a 30-40 cent dump. That's it. And then here it goes, curls back up. Once it breaks through VWAP, you got to punch it for the break of $8. Add for the break of $8. Punch it again. You want to be punching it again at $8.20 for the break of the pre-market high. Maybe adding at $8.30 for that breakout, and then taking your profits on the break. That's a beautiful trade, right? It's a 40-cent trade right there, and that was perfectly in my wheelhouse. That's in my playbook. That's one of the best plays that I love to trade to make the most of my money, and I wasn't there for it. I was busy trading LLL for the halt resumption. Here, kind of scalping the range, kind of anticipating that next move over 215, which is the high of this candle. We do get the break. I take my profits. It's not holding. It pulls back again, kind of hard, all the way down to 206 again. That's just a mess. Like, this candle's pulling back after that breakout, it's a false breakout. That's bearish to me. And here it holds up, and then it breaks back over that 215, 216 level, rips up to 240. And from there, I'm I don't know I don't know how to read this stock anymore. So then here I go for a pullback to the 9 EMA. I'm accumulating off the 9 EMA, looking for that leg up, and it goes backside. Take a nice $130 loss there, or about a $90 loss, because I was already down 40 on this, and then a $90 loss there. So down 140, down 140 there on LLL. I did kind of size up a little bit. I mean, not even. I was in $2,000, so that's not even my biggest size. Just the spreads, I guess, or just moving kind of quick. I lost 20 cents in an instant on that breakdown of that 9 EMA. And from 30 cent, I think I was from 30 cent down to 13. So almost 20 cents there. So that was that. And then we traded XELA. We can go through XELA. This was a micro penny stock type of deal here. I don't even like trading this, but I traded it anyways because there was nothing else popping up. This was the only thing kind of giving some sort of momentum. I was able to scalp it for $34. Kind of just getting the dips. It made really good moves. It made really great moves. If this was a $2 stock or a $3 stock, definitely would be, I could be up a whole lot more. It's just that I don't like taking huge positions on a micro penny stock because you really never know when this thing is going to gap down 4 or 5 cents, and 4 or 5 cents is a lot on 20-cent stock. That's like 20% in an instant. That could happen. So feel like you're taking a little bit more risk than you would like with these penny stocks. But I was able to walk away green. Here I did go for a breakout, and then here again I went for that breakout. WKSP. Here I was adding on these candles in the 40s and then up in the 50s for a next leg up after 257, but stopped myself out for a $20 loss there, $15 loss. BOXD. See, really not much of my trade setups were here. This was okay. This was actually, I really underestimated this actually. I took my profits kind of quick here on this breakout. I was looking for the breakout of pre-market highs, 196. Did get the break in 196, break of $2 all the way up to 207. Could have been a solid trade if I held. Could have made maybe about like $150 or so if I did hold for that whole move, but didn't have any news on it. The volume was kind of inconsistent. You know, there would be one candle with 500,000, another candle with 200,000, another candle with 100,000. So it's very hard to trust. And, you know, after REV with all that chopping nonsense, it's very hard for me to trust anything. I didn't care what the stock was. So if you can look at this thing dips down, rips back up, dips down another $1, rips back up $2, back down $1, and then finally grinds up for that breakout. And then here was a beautiful move, but again, I'm just so spooked from just getting stuck in a false breakout or something. And this thing rips kind of 80 cents without me there. I just did a lot of scalping here. Nothing really to kind of go over. Kind of nonsensical. Like I'd make a couple cents and then give it back and then make a couple cents and lose a couple cents and make a couple cents and lose and then win and then win. Just kind of back and forth. That's really how it was. And wasn't really worth all of that headache today of trying to trade this. But this was mainly because there was nothing in my setup. And you know that's rule number 1. If there's nothing in your setup, don't trade. I shouldn't even be trading today. There's nothing in my setup. Maybe if I saw this red to green move unfold, that's a beautiful trade. That was in my setup. Everything else, I mean, LLL, it did have potential to keep running. It's a former runner. Look, I mean, this thing has made history of big moves. Could have kept going. I guess because of all of that overhead resistance. Maybe there's a lot of sellers on it. I don't know, but Didn't work into my favor as I would like it, but it did give a decent move. I would trade this stock again on that whole resumption. It did open higher. It's pretty strong. I mean, everything here showed strength. It opened higher, held VWAP, and grinded up. But I guess I just had bad timing on it, and that happens too. Sometimes it's just you're off by like a couple seconds or a couple minutes, and that's the defining factor of whether you're green or not. And so on LLL, some of my timing was a little bit off, but I was really looking for a move that I could add off the lows, and then I could buy off the lows and then add into the highs. And that's what I kind of tried here, but it did break down. I had to take my profits quickly because it didn't hold, or didn't. I wanted to see that gap from 214 to 230, but it kind of had a little bit of false breakout there. So that's it. Down 85. Nothing to. I mean, it happens. A couple red days in a row. Completely normal. Just got to do what I do every time when I have a couple losing days in a row, is to keep reviewing my trades and then go and back trade some stocks. Go back a year on TOS on demand and retrade, and just trade your setup and just practice and practice and practice. And then when the day comes tomorrow, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to trade again, and I'm going to approach it the same way as that I've done the past 2 days. Trade on smaller size. Try to be a little bit more selective than I have today and yesterday. I definitely overtraded today and yesterday. I traded all day and didn't really work out. So definitely need to be more selective. That's one thing I can work on. And waiting for that setup. Waiting for the setups that I am proven consistently profitable. The flags, the red to green moves, curl off the lows, add into the breakout, looking for that micro pullback after a fresh breakout on high volume. Halt resumptions I'm really good at. Well, in this case, I did make profit on this first candle. Here, didn't work out. So I just gotta wait for the setups that I'm good at. Today didn't really give much of that, and that's how it goes. So just another good market is around the corner. It always is. Just got to stick it out. I can't let my emotions and my mind get to me. I have to keep trying. Never give up. Keep coming back and trying to trade, trying to get better, trying to be a little bit more patient, be a little bit more selective, not overtrade as much. Maybe try to get better timing on your entries. Maybe hold a little bit longer. Trying to read the tape a little bit better. There's always something to get better on. And these past 3 days are definitely showing me more of what I need to work on to become a better trader when the market does come around. And when the market does come around, I'm sure my green days are going to be bigger than they've ever been in the past. I have to be optimistic about that. And this is just something that I have to go through to get to that other side. And that's what I'm pushing for. And there's not going to be a day. I haven't missed a trading day in 2 years, 2.5 years, other than market holidays, which the market's not even open. So technically, I have not missed a trading day in 2 years, and don't plan on ever missing one. And gonna keep showing up every day, and that's how I'm gonna become a really great trader. So not gonna stop. If you are green today, congrats on you. This was like the hardest trading day I've ever experienced. Just super choppy, very hard to have that confidence to hold through a solid move. But if you could find that good move and hold and convincingly and confidently through pullbacks, waiting for that breakout or waiting for that move to unfold that you're expecting, kudos for you, because this was like one of the hardest markets I've been in, especially to stay green. There's so much chop to get stuck in, and if you maneuvered around that and stayed green, good on you. Definitely shows good signs that you're going to be a good trader when the market does turn around and provide some solid momentum and more confidence at the highs, breaking through, holding the highs, and then having that next leg up. And that's what we're looking for. So that's it for me. Small red, 85 bucks. But going to show up again tomorrow and swing at it again. So that's it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next day trading recap. All right. Peace.